these cats were playing in my country, and I could hear that groove.
We heard how awesome Beka was, and oh man, love to have him come up and jam with us.
Hey Beka, you need to play there. Jazz, it was really jazz because jazz means spontaneous improvisation, like everything like that is not planned. And we had no idea what we were playing, we just knew that what we were playing about, and we were playing about each other.
We have mutual language, which is jazz, which is music. So the energy and the vibe was right there in the room.
We became brothers.
Yeah, that's what it is, Beka and Logic Project.
Hello, I'm DJ Logic.
My name is Justin Tyson. I live in New York City. I play drums in the Beka and Logic project. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Lamont McCain. I'm a bassist from New York City.
Never need to worry through life. Hurt, and I'm a keyboardist, composer, and arranger living in New York City.
Volume wise. I know, but let them know how much you need. All right, can you do Hurt?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's good. Can you give me some, please? First time I met Beka was in Batumi at the Black Sea Jazz Festival. We played at Take 5 and we were doing a jam session. And yeah, Beka was playing there as well at the Black Sea Jazz Festival. And you know, we invited him on to our set and you know, we made some magic. You know, he was very talented and unique, just listening to him play, hearing him play, and we enjoyed, you know, we just enjoyed the connection, you know, the vibe and everything was just perfect with the Project Logic band. And, you know, eventually we talked about doing a record, and which evolved, and we made the project called the Beka and Logic Project.
Because the stage is hollow, it's like a big amplifier. The stage is like it's catching the sympathetic bass, man. The frequency of the kick drum and the bass is too much. It's
So it catches from the kick bass.
It catches it.
I don't know what it's doing, bro.
Yeah. Bevy of colors, from funk to jazz to soul to fusion. And what I can say is that all of the musicians, from James Hurt to Justin Tyson to DJ Logic to Beka to Jaleel Scotch, everyone is going to be in the moment, so you should be in the moment with us. And just, you know, come along with the ride. It's definitely good. We're going to have some highs, we're going to have some lows. And it's going to be a 2-hour performance in a beautiful theater. And I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
I think today's jazz audience is interesting because more and more young people are becoming interested in the music. And when jazz was coming along in its early stages, all of the people were young. And few people know this. Jazz was a young person's discovery or invention or inception, and it was through these young minds that jazz was able to proliferate from one generation to the next generation to the next generation.
Yeah, but that's what right there. But that's when we go into that's the jam out. Yeah. So we're gonna go.
James.
So it's gonna be like an Atomic Dog type of vibe.
Hey, bullet in air brake. Yeah, bullet in air brake. We need to get that.
And you know what, Justin? I want just
One thing. What is it? Playing a chord? Are you playing a chord at the end? Are you playing a chord at the end of that?
me.
doesn't matter. So here we're gonna go.
That's a rap.
Look. It doesn't matter. Just telling you.
I believe the problem in America with jazz is the same problem that America has in general with history, in terms of not holding themselves responsible to know about it and not really understanding that the music today came from a place and that historical cognizance is just as important as being relevant. So I guess jazz in America now has taken on a role of only being understood by an esoteric demographic. What I mean, you know, there's only a certain number of people that really feel it necessary to know about. But at the same time, there is an audience in America that does appreciate it, and those are the people that we play for. Those are the people that we make music for. And whoever wants to come along, you can come along, but we make music for the people that do like it. Me being in New York City, there is a large percentage of people in New York that do appreciate it. So I don't know, it's one of those things. I don't know, it gets better, it gets better or worse, I don't know. But we play the music because we like it, not because people want to hear it.
That's 8. No, 4 is too short. It's got to be 8.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, the break? So,
Okay, 1.
That's 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an interesting time we're in as creative musicians. Jazz in the information age or the digital era is like very, 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 very interesting because it came from something that was purely analog. So it's an analog art form that came from analog lifestyle and analog technologies to this digital realm that we live in, this digital world. And the way that a musician can survive in this digital era of information and technology at our fingertips, I believe, is to embrace all those mediums of social interaction and those platforms for self-expression that we can. The only thing that I would say that is of interest is the possibility as a recording artist of having a lot of your songs downloaded in a way that you are not able to be compensated for. And these kinds of things are, they seem minor to the person outside of the situation, but for a living artist that does this for not just for a hobby, but for their livelihood and their lives, this matters tremendously. And it's a frontier that we're facing now as artists that were signed before or have had labels before digital downloads came into effect. So I think the jazz artist now has an obligation to stay really on the cutting edge with technology. To really stay ahead of the technology that's coming out and make sure that you're able to maximize your potential for being visual.
With music surviving with it, you know, with internet, illegal downloads and things like that, the first thing that I believe with music, as a musician, you have to love what you do. That's the first thing. I think once you fall in love with what you do, and whatever your success rate is with the music is what it's going to be. It's just like a person, you have people that are millionaires, you have people that are actors, or you might have people that are athletes, you know. You have to, I think, be satisfied wherever music takes you or your career takes you. You know, some people are meant to be big and famous and be known all over the world, and then there's some people that are not known all over the world. And it doesn't mean that the musician is not good or he does not have expertise in what they do, but everybody does not have the same destiny. So my thing that I think that you just have to love what you do, love the music, and, you know, trust and believe in God, and follow Him if that's your destiny, and that's where you're supposed to be. Whatever arena it is in music, it will take you.
Well, you can. It's just a sort of a new business model. I mean, the internet is a relatively new thing, and with the proliferation of technology and of the internet and being able to download music for free, there has to be a new way to go about things, which is being figured out now. But it's, like I said, it's relatively new, so I don't know. There is no really real answer for it, because people are going to download your music for free. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So in the coming years, I think there's going to be a more effective way for musicians to make money off of their music without being ripped off. You know what I mean? But at the same time, at this point, I mean, I download music illegally all the time. I'm sorry. I also buy music, but you know, it's just one of those things. You know? It's a new thing, so new things take time to, I don't know, kind of settle in.
plan for the Beka and Logic project to do more records, play more shows, keep evolving, you know, reinventing the music, you know, kind of keeping it fresh and different and having fun.